timeline.
She watch
On my Instagram.
blowing kiss,
All on my Twitter page.
retweet, duck face on
She on her
anything.
timeline.
She lurk,
On her Instagram.
taking pics,
All on her Twitter
them pretty
page.
lips, duck face on
She on my
anything.
timeline.
She
My
watch
timeline. My Instagram.
blowing
My
kiss,
Instagram. My Twitter page. My Twitter page.
retweet, duck face on
Her
anything.
timeline. Her
She
timeline. Her Instagram.
taking
Her
pics,
Instagram. Her Twitter
them
page.
pretty
Her Twitter
lips,
page.
duck face on
My
anything.
timeline.
She
My
watch
timeline. My Instagram. My
blowing kiss,
Instagram. My Twitter page. My Twitter page.
duck face on anything.
Her timeline.
Woo! Man, we back with season 2, Lena.
Back again. Yes, I'm so excited.
Man, dude, we are in this thing, baby. We got the new background, we got the new intro, you know what I'm saying? You got the Mars and Venus going right there, you know what I'm saying? You know?
I gotta admit, I actually really like this background.
Dude, it is hitting, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man. We love y'all. Man versus Woman then came back with a season 2 because we love y'all and we love doing this. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Windstar? How you doing, brother? Got Windstar in the building. So today we got a very interesting topic, man. A lot of things been going on in the world, man, and the way we do things, males and females, for the most part, we doing different. You know,
We definitely do. We definitely do a
doing
lot
different.
of things different. And with us doing things different, like people definitely, everyone has their own opinion, right?
Mhm.
So with some of the things that we do different, like when we were talking about earlier, when we said, like sports, right?
Mhm.
So some people feel as though women shouldn't be playing men's sports like football or baseball and things like that. I felt as though that can kind of tie into like an ego thing because men would think, women can't do things that men can do, but we can. We play football, we play baseball just as great as men do, and
Mhm.
I feel like men are sometimes I feel like men can probably be a little ashamed of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that for as far as the sports goes, there are some sports, and this is just me speaking on a man point of view. I can see why that females playing football will be a big issue. You know, definitely if you're playing against other men, like if it's
Yeah.
men against female, then it's like, well, if we hit y'all too hard, because our biologically, our biologic, what am I trying to say? Our biology is what I'm trying to say. It's totally different. Like, just that's just the facts. Like
Yeah.
we're just we have more muscle mass than females, period. Now, are there muscle bodybuilder females out there? Of course they are, and that it comes with a sacrifice. So if you're gonna even build your body up there, you got to understand that you're as a female, you're gonna possibly not be able to give birth anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or if you get injured too bad, you can risk not giving birth anymore. Or, so that just
Yeah.
that one aspect. Um, Another thing that we was talking about, man, I think I said this on another show. Yeah, on the Diamond Show. Me and my boy Vegas was talking. Oh, we didn't even do our intro, so it's your boy Suave.
It's your girl Lena Love. We just jumped straight into it. But it's
We just
cool, though.
went
I
straight
like
on
that.
in, man. We just went straight in because we're excited.
I
So
know.
the topic we was talking about, man, we were saying that a lot of females, they're comfortable with just being around each other butt naked or just, what I'm saying, with no top on. A great
Yeah.
example, if y'all about to get ready to go out, it's a group of girls and you girls are like half naked. Y'all just having a conversation like it's nothing. A lot of guys, we're like, nah, bro. Like, bro, go on and get, what I'm saying, go in the bathroom, bro. I'm not gonna have a conversation with you and you got your main you got your Wayne out. You know what I'm saying? so, so it's like totally different. Like I don't understand why we're not comfortable with talking to another man butt naked or like half naked or anything. It's like, bro, come on now. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
just like now there are some cases where if you play sports like football, baseball, and guys are in the locker rooms together, and of course they have open showers in some of those locations, and you just going. But I don't see a man just going while another man taking a shower, and he see him, he just looking at him like this and having a conversation with him. Because if those eyes just drop down, the other guy gonna be like, bro, what you looking at?
Right. And I feel like because like I feel like when men and I feel like it's all about how you're raised, right? You to
Mm-hmm.
like never look at other men and things like that, and because they want you to be straight and not gay and things like that, right? Whereas with women, um you're always like you're always in a group. There's and women, we say, well, we all got the same thing. We all know what it looks like, even though not
Mm-hmm.
everyone looks the same. So
Mm-hmm.
for us, it's kind of like, well, we already see it every day. Might as well just, oh well, Um, but like for me personally, sometimes it makes me a little uncomfortable. To like be in a predicament like that. However,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it has happened before when I was with some of my best friends or, my sisters, obviously, growing up in a small house. So like over time, kind of just get used to that. But I feel like guys, for them, it's harder to get used to something like
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You just sitting there with your booze out and talking to your girls, and we're definitely not going to be in a situation
we
where
don't sit there with our body parts out and just talk to each other,
that's
okay?
that's how I look
We
at it in
do
my
greet
head, though.
each other. But, I feel it's so funny. So guys feel that's how it goes. No, us women do not just sit there together and look at each other's boobs and say, "Oh, those look nice. So how was your day today?" We don't do that. We do it like we're changing as we're talking and having conversations with each other. So we don't, directly look at each other. But if you end up seeing the other person, you always be like, "I'm so sorry that I just looked at you. Like my bad." If that makes you feel
Mhm.
uncomfortable. Or sometimes, you'll have a slip up where you end up touching somebody's boob, trying to reach over to grab something. And instantly your first thought is, I'm so sorry, I just grabbed a boob. Like, you know?
I just
So
grabbed that boob. I mean, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. If a guy, and I want to address Stay Pro question right here that I have up, but also shout out to Tracy, man. Tracy, what's good, dad? How you doing, brother? Tracy and this thing. Is Trey Lowe? What up, Trey Lowe? What's up, man? My girl Trey Lowe then came through, man. What's going on? I'm glad that you stopped by. I'm still playing War Was There. I just played on Stadia. We're gonna have that talk, Tracy. We're gonna have to have that talk, man. So back to the question at hand. So State Pro says women should be able to play male sports against other women. Better question should be, should trans women be allowed to compete with regular females, like females that are not trans? That
um
that is a very great question,
that's a
man.
great question, especially because right now they have the whole thing going on in the news with a trans um female competing in a swimming sport, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes down to like trans competing in sports, they do have to go through all these hormone tests to make sure that to make sure they don't have a higher hormone in them that's gonna help them win efficiently,
Mm-hmm.
so do I feel as though that it should be fair, they should still compete in sports with, the opposite sex, even though that's what they're portraying themselves to be? Yes, it should be, because there should be equality everywhere, and if that's how you see yourself and that's how you're comfortable with yourself, then yes, you should be allowed to. However, if it's something that if you're doing it to get props or to have people feel sorry for you, so now you feel like you have more people to cheer for you, then no, that shouldn't be a thing. But and like Tracy said, it's a tricky question because everyone will have their opinions.
So we got Tracy right here. She said that because their physical attributes are still different from us women. I agree with that. And let me tell you this. So say pro right here. Okay, now thinking of it in boxing. You're right. You're right. So let me get into it before we go into more questions. The fact that we're talking about physical ability, that's what it comes down to. So no one by the laws of sports, they try to keep down on anyone using any kind of steroids to make their abilities better than others, because it's just facts. If you use medicine or steroids, they increase your muscle mass, and muscle mass increase abilities by strength and speed. Those are facts. You know what I'm saying? The way a person train could be a factor, So if you're not on steroids and you're going against a person that is on steroids, they're able to train longer and harder than a person not doing any kind of medication or anything.
Yeah.
That's just proven science, On the other end, if they allow, let's say, females to compete with males, I think it will they have to change a lot of things. One, they have to change the teams, the way the teams are. So it have to be a fair amount of guys and a fair amount of females on each team. It wouldn't be, if it was just all guys against all females, that outcome would be kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then on the other end, let's talk about, because we were talking about those boobs and that Wayne being out and everything. If there's females and males on the same team in sports, they'll have to change the whole locker room thing, because
I'm pretty sure they would still have their opposite locker rooms.
I mean, but it's not like that now. Like if you're a guy, if you have a Wayne and you're on a guy team, then you're in the same locker room, open shower and everything with other guys. Same as females. If you got those boobs and you on a female team, then you're all bare with all females in the open shower. Now, it's gonna be crazy, man. That question with the trans and the females, it's gonna be real difficult. It's gonna come down to, look, we're gonna have to either up the regimen of how harder women gonna have to work out to even compete with someone that's a transgender person, or we're just gonna have to be like, no, they're better off competing with guys than females in certain sports.
Here's the thing, right? When you have a trans woman on a women's team, right, playing a women's sport, the moment that you tell them that you are trans, or the moment that they see it in your records, they instantly have you do these hormone tests to make sure that you don't have the male hormones in you that will make you
give you that advantage. That'll give you that advantage.
Yeah, succeed, better than a woman. So when it came down to the whole the one swim team, where there was a trans woman on the women's team, everyone, she won. Okay, we're just gonna say she won, and everyone was like, "Well, that's not fair. She's a man." But she's not. She's a woman. She went through all of that. She did the hormones to be down on a woman's level. She had to go through testing to be down on a woman's level. She didn't use it to her advantage to win. She went through so many other competitions where she wasn't in first place, and that's where people was arguing, and other people felt as though that it still was wrong for her to compete. And for me, I'm like, it's not. If she's showing herself as a woman and that's who she believes she is, then that's what she is. and it should be fair, especially because they have to go through extra steps to be able to be accepted onto women's teams to make sure that they don't have extra hormones within their body that's gonna make them work harder and play harder than actual women, you know? So
Right. So Say Pro
as
said
far as
that.
the locker room situation,
Oh, go
that's
ahead.
a little iffy because it's like, well, are the women gonna feel awkward to have someone who's a trans woman in there with them, or are they gonna feel comfortable?
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna open doors to a lot of things because human nature is very unpredictable. Because you may even have those guys that go through great lengths to
Mhm.
portray as a trans person and just to be with females, and
Yeah,
he's you know what I'm saying,
because
he's
they're little
satisfied.
perverts.
But at the same time, hold on, let me ask. I'm gonna ask this, and then I'm gonna say what I was gonna say. So,
Okay.
Study Pro said that there may not be a chemical hormone giving the advantage, but a physical body mass, muscle mass, will be an advantage, and that's what I was saying. So, if you have like steroids, for example, steroids give you the ability to work out longer and build muscle mass and be stronger and faster. You know, um, average person not on that stuff cannot do those things. You have a limit. You know what I'm saying? So steroids gonna push the limit past of what you can normally do. And then people take negative effects from that too, from using those things.
Yeah.
Um, there are some great, and my girl Trelo, man, if she don't mind me saying, Trelo is a nurse, so she can definitely tell you that there are some hormones that benefit the human body in a positive way. It just we have a lot of people that abuse those things that makes it bad. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Um, so let me say this now. If there's a situation where a man that's went through the whole surgery and he don't have that Dwayne anymore, and he has the female part, trying to just keep it as PG as possible,
Yeah.
and he end up in prison. Do he go to a male prison or a female prison?
That is a very good question.
And let's say that not only do we have the female part, but he portray himself as a female. He wear wigs and things of that nature.
Mhm.
If he's in prison, do you put him in a male prison or female prison? What do you think?
I think that they probably. I mean, I would hope that they put them in a women's prison. Because can you imagine putting a trans woman into a male's prison? Like
Yeah,
that would be chaotic.
yeah.
And honestly, that person probably wouldn't survive in there.
So I definitely agree with you, Lena. I think in that situation that guy that has made the changes to have female parts should be in a female prison because it would definitely not work out in the best interest of him
Yeah.
or her. You know what I'm saying? Going that direction. We got S. Leah in this thing. We got E Money in this thing. What up, bro? What up, S. Leah? Um, Leah just said, you want to read what Leah said? Or can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. Leah says, I would say male prison, but special population. It probably depends on if he has female listed on his DL and birth certificate.
Driver license.
Oh, okay, same difference.
Yeah. So I feel you. That's a sticky one though. That's a very sticky one, man. Let's get back on, because we're talking about why we're different, man. What about the way we handle situations? I feel like males and females, we just handle those situations differently. Hold on. Emailing said they usually put the trans men in jail where they can send police. I don't. What was he trying to say?
He said it's basically like protective custody.
Oh, okay, okay. I've seen HBO show Oz. It wasn't a good idea. I know. That's how I'm looking at it, man. We're already knowing that when you take that aspect of taking a female away from a man for a long period of time, man, we
Yeah.
get aggressive. We get aggressive. So if we find out that person have that, man, all that is out the door. We just need that. You know what I'm saying? We just need that lady part. And I don't think it's I mean, rape already goes on in
It does.
prisons. This is a known fact, you know. This is a known fact. So for that, you bring in a lady part in a male prison, I don't think he'll survive or she'll survive. You know, I don't think it'll
Yeah.
be anything in the good intention of that person. Another thing I was just saying. So in altercations, this is the example. This is I'm gonna paint the picture. We out and someone talking crazy and they just talking. Let's say for example that a guy tried to holler at you, Lena, and you with your boyfriend and that you don't holler anything and he just say whatever and he calls you out your name. Let's say it's not the B word, it's just something else, he just I don't know, I just think of any other word that's inappropriate that's out your name. It's not the B word.
Okay.
'Cause we know how the situation would go if it's the B word. So
Yep.
um
Okay.
how do you think the female will handle that situation? And I'm gonna tell you how a guy would, most guys will just handle the situation. Go ahead.
Um, because I have been in that situation before where, I was walking and someone called me out my name. Um, honestly, I kept it pushing. I act like I didn't hear them and I just kept it pushing. Just because I feel like if you feed into it and you show them attention from them talking to you like that, then they will feel as though they can just continue to do it as they're still going, So for me, because I have been in that situation before, I had someone who was my boyfriend at the time who was walking with me when someone called me out of my name. And you know what happened? I was like, don't even worry about it, leave it alone. Like we're probably never gonna see that person again. And he was the one that flipped out and then proceeded to beat the kid up.
Mhm.
So,
Nine times out of 10, I mean, depending on how extreme it is, like if I'm gonna tell you exactly how some guys, most guys, we will look at that situation. As long as it's not the B word, you're gonna have the average guy, the typical guy, size that guy up, and if he feel like it's not worth his time, then he's gonna let it pass. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? He's probably gonna be like, "Hey, we good, Dad? She ain't want to talk to you. We gonna go and enjoy this show. Are we good?" And then he gonna be like, "Yeah, we good," or not say nothing and walk away. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But or he just probably just ignore and just keep on going. Now, if he feel like it's worth his time and he got to say something, yeah, then the altercation is gonna be physical fighting. I did want to bring up before we end out that Winstar said that his wife works at a prison as a nurse, and the trans are able to get the hormone medication. You know what I'm saying? That they need
yeah.
or require. It may not be a need, but require. You know, but I don't know. It may be a need. It's debatable. I don't know. I mean, I'm very um, understanding of human beings and how they go through things and they may feel a certain way. So when people say that, hey, they need this or anything, it makes
Yeah.
them feel complete, yada yada. It may do make them feel that way. You know what
I
I'm saying?
just think it's crazy how that whole thing works because they literally have to be on medications for the rest of their life.
Well, some people are okay with that. I think that even with makeup or surgery, so many people on the outside may look at that person and say, "Hey, you're perfect. I love you the way
Yeah.
you are." But those people that's going through those changes that feel like I have to have surgery, I have to have makeup, they see something that they're not satisfied with, and they will go to the extreme to fix that. And if they feel like, well, using makeup makes me feel more comfortable with myself, or having these surgeries make me feel more comfortable with myself, then that's what they're gonna do. That's just like, I mean, no one's gonna tell me if I'm like, I gained 20 pounds from weight to stop if I to stop eating ice cream, my favorite ice cream. And if I don't stop, then I'm gonna gain another 25. Man, I'm gonna eat that ice cream. You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, I'm gonna look at the consequence and be like, well, what's 20 more pounds? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna enjoy, I'm happy because I'm eating my favorite ice cream. Right, So I totally understand that human beings, they just roll the dice on what they're willing to sacrifice.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at female bodybuilders. They know going in, if I go to the limit and I want to just get all those muscles, like if I want to be big as a man and be very muscular and everything, I know that there's a chance that I may not be able to have kids anymore because of
all the stuff they have to put in their bodies and everything.
Yeah. What you put in your body through. And then some of those women don't even use steroids, and they still end up with that situation because it's like, well, the body don't know what to do. You need a balance, you know what I'm saying? So I get it. I mean, even like losing the cycle, for female workout to that extreme and they on steroids or not, and they get to the point where they're muscular like a bodybuilding man, then they may not see their cycle as they would commonly see it prior to. You know what I'm saying?
It would be either they would barely have it or it'll just be gone. And it's because of all the stress and things like that your body goes under doing all that it would literally make it disappear and you would never see it again.
Right. I think, man, we might even need to do a part 2 to this. Lena, what you think?
I think so. We might just have to do it because there's still so much more we can add to this. You know what I mean?
So much more. Well, look, man, we're going to close it out right here. Thank you for everyone in the chat, man. Man, hit me up, man. Hit me up, Tracy. Hit me up. We got to catch up, girl. We have to catch up, man. So till next time, guys, we're going to hit y'all with this outro.
My timeline,
She watch.
on my Instagram,
Blowing kiss.
all on my Twitter page.
Retweet. Duck face on me.
She on her timeline,
She lurk.
on her Instagram,
Taking pictures.
all on her Twitter
Them
page.
pretty lips. Duck face on me.
She on my timeline,
She
my
watch.
timeline, my Instagram, my
Blowing kiss.
Instagram, my Twitter page, my Twitter page.
Duck face on me.
Her timeline, her Instagram, her Instagram, her Twitter page, her Twitter page.
Duck face on me.
My timeline, my Instagram, my Twitter page, my Twitter page.
Duck face on me.